thanks so much for joining me for this Get Ready With Me, trying some more new makeup. So we are trying out this new Chanel foundation today, new to me and also newly reformulated or recently reformulated. It's the Ultrawear All Day Comfort Flawless Finish Foundation. So I was so happy to find that in my ideal shade. Trying out several new Roen products. So let's go ahead and get started. If you saw the last video, I think it was the last video, one of the previous videos, I was trying out this Brightening CC serum and I could see the difference in person, but then when I looked at the playback, I could really see the difference. So this is a brightening serum. It has a very subtle glow, but also some perfecting, which I really liked, but it's not something that provides coverage, it just perfects. So we'll do it on half the face again because it is also supposed to impact the longevity of makeup. And I wore the last foundation for, gosh, yeah, probably about 3 hours. And I didn't really notice a difference, but maybe I need to wear it longer. So I'll watch it for you. It's morning this time. So I'll watch it for you today with this other foundation we'll go in with. And oh, by the way, that Dior foundation, this one, Forever Skin Glow, got better with time. It actually looked very, very nice when I was going to wash it off. So I should have probably taken some video of it, but yeah, it looked almost better after a few hours of wear on more combo skin. So let me know your experience with the Forever Skin Glow by Dior based on your skin type, because I think the experience will probably be different based on your skin type. Okay, so here we have half again. Yeah, it really does a nice job of brightening, perfecting, but not covering up the skin. So can't wait to try this with just concealer. This is the Ultrawear All Day Comfort Flawless Finish Foundation. I did not try the previous version of this, so this is a new product to me. I wanted to try out all the Chanel foundations this year and rank them, so stay tuned if you're interested in Chanel-based products. This is my most ideal shade match historically from Chanel, so I'm excited. This is in BD41, so not all the shades come in all of the products. I don't know why. It always looks a little bit light at first, but ooh, has a really interesting texture to it. I have to say, foundation-wise though, everything is being measured against the Sublimage L'Essence de Teint. I think that might be my favorite one so far that I've tried from Chanel. And I've tried now 4, 5. Oh, I can't remember. I've tried out several. This is nice. It does like have a slightly velvety finish to it, but it has a glow at the same time. Okay, so that's without primer. Let's just see, what does this feel like? Oh, it has a glide to it, interesting. But also has a quick kind of dry down to it. So there it is applied with the hands. Okay, back to the brush. I think I went a little bit more sheer on this side as well. Okay, so let's see about building this up. Yeah, nice finish. It dries down nicely. Full coverage foundation that provides full coverage. Oh, okay, so let's try and build this up. Full coverage foundation that provides up to 24-hour wear with a soft matte finish. That's what I see. It's like a glow, but it's still a little velvety. So soft matte, perfect. Oh, this kind of reminds me, you know what, of the Clé de Peau, but it has a little bit more moisture, it feels like, a little bit more hydration than that. The lightweight texture glides seamlessly. It does have a glide onto the skin for all day comfort and perfect looking complexion. It says it's buildable and lasts in even environmentally strenuous conditions. Oh, it's got a soft focus powder. There are so many items that have this soft focus powder in them. It conceals visible imperfections and illuminates for the look of smooth, even skin. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and build. Let's see how buildable this really is. And I like to test it here because I have the most texture there. So if we're gonna see any problems pop up, it will be right in that front area. I love being able to really test products on problem areas because most of us don't have perfect skin. If I had perfect skin, I probably really wouldn't wear a foundation. So I know many of us have skin issues we are trying to address here with foundation. So as much as I dislike these areas, I feel like I can really test out products for you having these darker areas. Although, like I said, they are getting so much better. Yeah, that also allows me to test out skincare too to see what really works. Okay. Yeah, I feel like in general about 3 thin layers is about as far as I can go with foundation without it starting to get kind of textured, especially right here with the pores. Let's go ahead with our SISLEY concealer. Yeah, I think I could use half as much concealer when I use this brush, and I always forget I don't need as much anymore. This brush is so good. So if you want to maximize your concealers, I would definitely get this brush. It's worth it. Okay, we're gonna go under. This is why I don't wear nice clothes when I do these videos anymore, because things fall down, and most of my clothes that I film in have some kind of makeup stain on it that won't come out, so okay. La Prairie. So I don't know if you saw the vlog with my mom, but I added this to her eye area and it made a really nice difference on her. So I love this. Excessive, I know. But I love concealers that work really well. And I love skincare that works really well. So that's why I'm a bit of a maximalist with those products. Not a bit, I am a maximalist with those products. Eye Base by CHANTECAILLE. Definitely helps when you add the cap back on when you're done, because mine dried out pretty quickly overnight when I left it off on accident. But now that I've been remembering to replace the cap, it helps. I did not use my Clay to Peau concealer. Let's try this again, the by Terry loose powder, the Hyaluronic. This is the one in colorless. Finishing off with my regular Holy Grail Perfect Blur Powder by CHANTECAILLE. But it really makes a difference when I don't conceal, because I can still see a little bit of that darkness coming through. So although it's buildable, this foundation, it's not going to do the same job as a concealer, but we'll try and address that with a little bit of blush at the end here. By the way, these are Roen brushes I'm using. This is lovely, the Everything Powder Brush. I love this brush. Really interesting shape because it's like flatter on this side and wider this way. Going in with this by Roen, and this is in the shade Dark, and you know how much I love my Gucci brow pencil, so let's try this out. And I will let it run for a little while. This might take a while though. Now that I'm using this, you know what might be nice for? Sometimes I feel like I go a little heavy-handed on the eyebrows here at the beginning, so it might be nice to use in tandem with my Gucci pencil, or let's just use this by itself first. But that is how I'm wondering if I should try this at some point as well. Yeah, because sometimes it's like, oh, I went really, really bold in the front where I didn't mean to. Thank you, Roen, for sending this, but I asked whatever has the coolest shade, and then sometimes I don't want like a black, not sometimes, I don't want a black pencil for my brows because sometimes that's too stark, but this one is working nicely. No, it's not black. What color is this? It's like a gray almost like a pencil. I don't know if you can see that. I actually really like this. Huh. But it is cooler. I mean, this is a very cool toned pencil if you were wanting one. So far it's really nice. I don't see like a shininess. That's probably one of my things I don't love about pencils is when they are shiny and they're reflecting the light too much. I don't prefer that. I prefer something softer looking in the light. This is doing really well. There are the brows. Oh, lovely. But yeah, definitely a cooler shade than I'm used to. I like the spoolie on this. It feels very precise. I'm gonna go in with my Diorshow Pump and Brow just to get a little bit more volume and warm it up just a little bit because my hair is not this cool. Actually, this would be a good one for my mom. I think she'd really like this color. Just warms it up slightly, builds a little bit of volume. Now for the fun part, let's go in with eyes. I used to avoid eyes because they were so difficult for me to do, but I think I figured out finally how to do my eyes in a way that works for me. So let's go ahead with this shade first. I know you can go with a brush, you can go in with clean hands. Let's go in first like this just to see, oh, there's a lot more shimmer in this one than I thought there would be. Pretty. Let's go in with a brush. I love their brush. I'm gonna go in with this shade right here above and see how that works. There's a bit of shimmer in there as well, I can see. Now this one has more shimmer than the other one I just tried, the gold one. So you do have some intermittent shimmer in this one. Did I say which one? I'm going in with this one. I should probably read about it. Let me see what it says. I really like the brush with their particular eyeshadows, just because of the formula being more creamy. So this is the 52 Cool Eyeshadow Palette. So these are clean, vegan, and gluten-free. So let's go ahead with this shade right here, that plummy shade. I'm gonna take the brush and I'm just going to apply it on this outer corner. But yeah, nice and buildable. Okay, I'm going to take the smaller side of the brush. I'm going to go underneath as well with the same plummy shade. Then, like I said in the last video, just make sure you shear this out in the crease area so you don't have any of this gathering, especially right here on me. I'll probably go in a moment just to refine that a little bit more. Let's go in with this, nice and shimmery. We'll go just right on the lid, right in the center. Let's go ahead, I'm gonna go ahead and even everything out, add some eyeliners, and oh, I'm gonna use their mascara again because I really enjoyed using that last time, so let's see how it goes again today. Okay, yeah, that mascara, the Roen mascara, is very good. It looks like I curled my lashes, but I didn't. Like these, I actually tried to get them to go that way a little bit more because they are really lifted right here. Yeah, very nice mascara. Yeah, it just takes a little bit of time, but I like to build up my mascara. This is the PECHE COSMIQUE by Chanel. So you can see the glow. Although it does add a little bit of texture if I add too much, so I've got to go gentle on that. Then we'll go in with the coral blush. And even though it says coral, it's a little bit more pink than other coral blushes I have. So that's why I thought would go nicely. This is a great brush as well. Really soft. I think the design helps with a more airbrush kind of application because you can see how gentle that is. I'm gonna just concentrate a little bit more right here in the center. Yeah, I really love that PECHE COSMIQUE under blushes. I think it's so pretty. Oh, and I forgot to mention what I tightlined with. Violet Damask by CHANTECAILLE, and then I went above the lash line with a little bit of amethyst, and then in the waterline with amethyst as well. Love those two together. I'm gonna go in with a bit of bronzer, my SISLEY bronzer. Okay, and then finally let's add this lip. This is in the shade Scout. This is a liquid lip balm, and there are 3 shades. This is the deep berry shade called Scout. So this is a non-sticky alternative to classic lip gloss. I like that because I don't like sticky lip gloss. The liquid lip balm soothes the lips as it nourishes, regenerates, and repairs. Formulated with mango and grapeseed oils to hydrate and protect, Kiss My provides the high shine of a gloss and the nourishment of a balm. Oh, nice. Let's see how to use. Apply directly. Easy enough. Let's try. Ooh, here's the applicator. It's like a clear wand. It's tapered as well. Pretty. That's a fragrance. It's like, is that mint I'm smelling? What are the ingredients? It's mentha peperita oil. It's a little bit higher up on the ingredient deck, but it's not like, it's not distracting though. I like the applicator though because you can get in here, like in these areas a little bit better. Oh, that's pretty. I don't usually wear this shade, but it's really beautiful. Okay, let's go in and just perfect a little bit more with the Perfect Blur Powder. This might be one of my most used products ever. And now for the fragrance. It is time to get into florals a little bit. So I've got this House of Sillage. This is Whispers of Innocence. This is one of the first fragrances I received from them, and I still love it. This is definitely more floral. Takes a moment for it to dry down, but I really love the jasmine fragrance in there. Really, really pretty. And then there's a softness to this one as well without being super powdery or anything like that. Yeah, beautiful if you love jasmine. So let's talk about these products. Starting with the CC serum that I tried again. I really love the blurring aspect of this without covering up the skin. I will try this on the entire face at some point, but I'm gonna wear this foundation for, several hours because it's just turned noon. Dried down nicely. So let me just take another quick look at it. So in terms of building up, is it buildable? It is, but just watch the texture because I have texture here. It does tend to emphasize that, which is why I love concealer, particularly the Clay to Peau concealer, because it does a nice job of covering up this darkness without adding texture. The only exception for that is the Cushion Foundation by Chantecaille. I can build that up really thin layer and it does a really beautiful job of concealing, but it's only in the shade Nude that works really well. Wheat does not work well for me doing that. It has gotten a little bit better over time as I've worn it, just because it's interacting with my skin. It's warming up a little bit. It's set really beautifully. It looks really nice. So far, happy with this one. So for me, this is more like a tinted moisturizer versus something like this, which is a true foundation. Really happy with the way it's set. It looks pretty. So for more combo skin types, you might like something like this better, but of course I will continue to wear this over time and really get some thoughts, but really happy with it so far. Looks really good. Moving on to the palette, this does have more shimmer in it versus the last one that I featured. I will link that video below. It's the gold palette, which has more consistent like satin finish on it. This one has shimmer, and then very shimmery, and then this one is more of that satin kind of glow, and this is the shade that I prefer. So you've got to like more of that intermittent shimmer to like these, but I thought the colors worked beautifully together. So if you like cool tones, shimmery finishes, also a creamier formula, but not as intense in shimmer as some of the other things I'm thinking of, like Victoria Beckham. Theirs are a lot more shimmery than this. This might be something that you might be interested in. I love this with that, and then that makes me think I need to just double check, see if we have any creasing. So always over here, it's like this eye is my issue here. And then this eyebrow pencil, really nice. So I really want to try it just building it up in the front the next time and then using the Gucci pencil on the exterior. Only reason is because it took me a little bit more time to get this in place, but it does look very like neat and tidy and very precise. So I think if I had lots of time, I would use this alone, but on the daily or just for a little bit faster, I might use the Gucci pencil and this together. So I'd like to see how those work. I really like this blush brush because I noticed the brushes I use with blush can really determine how the blush turns out. I know that's the case with something like foundation as well. This really impacts foundation and its overall appearance and performance. Same thing with this. It affects the overall look, and I really am liking this really strange product. This one, oh gosh, where is it? PECHE COSMIQUE for under blush. I think it's so pretty. So if you were thinking about it and you just want something more airbrushed with your blush, and maybe for people who don't love blush, this might be a good one if you want to start integrating other blushes but still want a very soft appearance. You can try something like this. And finally this, really pretty. Not a shade I would normally pick. Really like the feeling of it. It's not sticky at all. So just like their other lip product that I recently tried, now I would like to try the other shades because I like the formula so much. So nice job with these. Yeah, so I really do love that this has no stickiness, no hint of stickiness, and that initial minty sensation or the minty fragrance, I don't smell it and I don't feel anything. So if that is something that you look at, I'm not able to sense any of that mint anymore. So yeah, really excited about this brand. I think they've done a great job on so many of their products. But that is it for today's video. So please take care of each other. Stay well. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you next time.